In the previous video, I showed you how the moisture, we can take readings with the air device, the moisture sensor in the airspace. Now I wanted to show you another function of this tool, which is called the moisture content meter. And this will actually take moisture content readings based on closing the circuitry of these two pads. All right, so if I hit the button here, it says interior, and it starts off at sometimes 0.1 or 2. I want to zero it out. So I hold down the 0, goes to 0. And now, whenever these two prongs make contact with a moist area, it will tell me the actual moisture content of that area. So right now my fingers are off the charts at 99.9. It's very sensitive, so I'm going to zero it back out. Okay, and now I'm going to test this wall. And I want to start at an area I suspect is probably dry, which would be up here. So 4.6, very, very dry. And I don't want to slide it down and risk scratching the wall. So what I'm doing, or even pulling these pads up, so what I'm doing is just using the heel of my palm to move it down, picking it up, and moving it down every so often to take readings throughout. Okay, now it's starting to climb up. You can see it's at 19 here, 19, 20. So it must be a pocket right here of moisture, 24, 20, 24 point something. And if I go below it, it goes back to dry down here. But there's an area that's really wet, so we have pockets of moisture behind this wall. And keep in mind, this does have metal studs. I've already tested it. Here's a known stud, so it's not closing, and this is can penetrate usually about 3/4 of an inch. So there might be some insulation between the drywall itself and the stud, but I'm not sure. Usually, when you come up to a stud, it'll show a high reading just because it's closing the circuitry on that stud. But in this case, it's not. Okay, so there's the high area, high, and it's just going to go off the charts down here in this area. And it gets a little bit drier, then another pocket, another pocket, another pocket, another pocket, and I am holding it this way, so it's testing this way. If I hold it this way, or this way, it'll test this way. It'll test the left and right. So let's do it that way. Especially when I get to the corner. Testing the very corner. It's a little bit high, but not too bad. And then we come back around to this corner. Yeah, it's within tolerance, but it's a little bit higher moisture content than right next to it. And as we move away from the moisture itself, which is on the inside of this wall, it gets dry. So that's how we use this thing. It does work great for multiple surfaces. This is drywall, this is carpet, and it's showing some moisture content there. If I go over to the dry spot, there will be nothing. It'll be a regular moisture reading, like say 7, 8, 9, something like that. And I can physically feel the carpet's wet in this area. If we go to the wood, you can see that it's higher. In Michigan, about this time of year, it's about 9.6, 9.7. We can always test a dry area to see if that's correct. Okay, 10, 10.9, 11.6. It is a little bit higher over here. So there is moisture on that wood, but not on the drywall. So let me test this. If it's over here and over here, I'll bet there's some moisture over here. The drywall's okay. See, we're getting 5. It's very, very low. Might have a low spot in the floor too. So this one's relatively normal. When we dry this, we're going to dry it all as a structure, all as one area. So that'll catch some extra air movement and dehumidification And obviously we're going to check it over the next couple of days to ensure that it's drying correctly.